Okay, good morning, everybody. Good morning, leaders, members of the media, and the people of Mzansi. This weekend that is coming up, the 18th and 19th of November, South Africa goes into one of the most important periods in the electoral cycle. It'll be an opportunity for unregistered voters to take the first step towards taking back their communities, their freedom, and their power. It'll be an opportunity for registered voters to check that they are correctly registered. And it's important for even those that have registered in the past to check their details if they have moved since the last elections. We cannot stress it enough that 2024 is truly an opportunity to change the fortunes of South Africa and begin building a safe, prosperous, equal, and united South Africa, where everyone, regardless of birth, race, gender, ethnicity, or social status, can live a happy and dignified life. This is our vision as RISE Mzansi. The opportunity to bring about meaningful change is in the hands of voters, not politicians. The more of us that are registered to vote, the bigger impact we can make by voting out the political establishment and electing new, capable leaders with integrity who can provide new answers to the problems we face as a country. This past Saturday, ahead of the coming weekend's voter registration, RISE Mzansi marked its first National Day of Visibility, where all leaders, organizers, volunteers, and supporters were directed to don their party regalia and use the day to be visible and active in their communities, to sign up supporters and volunteers, conduct door-to-door campaigns, set up information tables, and hang up our register to vote posters, and tell South Africans that RISE Mzansi stands ready as a political alternative that will eradicate poverty, end racism, end inequality, and ensure the employment of our people when we are in government. We are still conducting a tally of the work done on Saturday, but we can confidently state that the National Day of Visibility was a grand success. I would therefore like to thank the RISE Mzansi community and the volunteers for their hard work this past Saturday. Our presence was seen and felt in villages, cities, and towns all across South Africa. We have excited the people and fired a warning shot at the political establishment. RISE Mzansi is a serious force, RISE Mzansi is present, and RISE Mzansi is growing. RISE Mzansi is ready to provide South Africans with a credible political alternative that will lead the next generation of growth and transformation of our society. So as part of our growth, and a key tenet of our strategy, is to work with other political parties and civil society organizations who share our values and vision for South Africa. It is in this context that RISE Mzansi's national leader, Songezo Zibi, delivered the keynote address at the Good National Conference in Cape Town this weekend, and he stated that no single political party can solve the country's problems. We must learn to work together. So members of the media, I am pleased to announce that RISE Mzansi and MOVE, a youth-led and focused political party, have joined forces and signed a memorandum of understanding, which will see a consolidation of efforts towards the 2024 national and provincial elections. MOVE is a registered political party and will remain as such, but they have elected not to register to contest and will instead join forces with RISE Mzansi and contest under RISE Mzansi. I am joined today by Mr. David Kabwa, the president of MOVE, a formidable and inspirational young leader who, as an independent candidate, won the SRC presidential elections at the University of Pretoria, not once, but twice, and has been serving and representing the voice of young people with dignity and courage all over the country. He is 26 years old and currently a PhD candidate in international relations and has served in various multilateral organizations and bodies. This is what we mean when we talk about credible leaders. And this is what we mean when we say South Africa needs new leaders. MOVE's current supporter base exceeds 20,000 registered supporters and is growing weekly. So the agreement between RISE Mzansi and MOVE essentially means that from now on, all campaigning done by Mr. David Kabwa will be done under the name of RISE Mzansi. David will participate also in our public candidate nomination campaign, which went live last week to the exclusion of MOVE. But MOVE will remain as a registered political party, but will just not contest in this election. MOVE has also committed that it will not align its values, its support or campaign endeavors to any other registered political party for the duration of this agreement. And the parties shall also individually and jointly engage in fundraising activities for the campaign. Through this partnership, we will be able to further reach and activate the millions of despondent young people who feel alienated by the political establishment and who feel politically homeless. While politicians, instead of retiring gracefully, they cling greedily to power at the expense of the future of our country. RISE Mzansi is the only political alternative and party that can turn the situation around and bring South Africa the types of leaders, new leaders, that South Africans are looking for. The Electoral Commission recently announced that the majority of the 1 million people who have used their online portal to register to vote are aged between 20 and 25 years old. Furthermore, of the 26.2 million registered voters, 3.9 million are those between 20 and 29 years old. The idea that young people are politically inactive is untrue. For example, the bulk of our volunteer and supporter base are also young. And one only needs to walk into a university or TVET campus to know that young people are politically active, but that they feel that the current assortment of parties do not represent them. So we say to young people, you have a home in RISE Mzansi. You will not be confined to leagues on the periphery of politics. Ladies and gentlemen, the people of South Africa are talented, visionary, and hardworking. They deserve a country that is led by the best available leaders, such as Mr. David Kabwa over here, who are committed to building this beautiful country. And when we say we need new leaders with new answers, this is what we mean. On behalf of RISE Mzansi, I'd like to welcome David and the MOVE community to RISE Mzansi. More and more of us are becoming warriors of freedom. As I close, let me share with you that last week, RISE Mzansi opened its candidate selection and nomination process, where any registered voter can nominate fellow South Africans or leaders that we like, who can apply to be a candidate or to represent their community as a member of parliament or a member of the provincial legislature. We are calling for South Africans with a track record of service to their communities and their country, people of unimpeachable integrity and relevant skills and experience to answer the call to service. In closing, I'd like to reiterate our call for all eligible South Africans to use this weekend, the 18th and 19th of November, to register to vote, and for registered voters to check that their details are up to date. Change will only happen when we actively pursue it, and it starts with registering to vote. RISE Mzansi takes the notion that public representatives are accountable to their communities rather than party bosses very seriously. Therefore, successful nominees must have strong links with their constituencies and their communities. The days of only seeing political leaders in communities during election season are coming to an end. I thank you.
Madam Deputy Chair, members of the media who are present, members of the MOVE community, it is a great privilege today to be in this place. And this is because today marks a great occasion in the history of our great nation. As a country, we are on the precipice of a new horizon. That is one that is shaped by our belief that we, the people, have the desire for a better and a brighter future. This is a future that is shaped by the people and for the people. We are at a moment where we are able to demonstrate unity in our efforts and unity in moving the country forward. We remain committed in this moment to live up to our guiding principles, which are accessible leadership, bridge building so that bridges exist for all South Africans to be able to walk across, and ensuring that we reimagine political culture through servant leadership. Today, we demonstrate that this is possible under the values of freedom, equality, integrity, solidarity, and justice. We are encouraged and invigorated and excited by the great strides that RISE Mzansi has been making. And we hold the firm belief that our efforts can be consolidated to bolster these efforts. We're excited to announce that we will be joining the banner of RISE Mzansi and the RISE family in the upcoming 2024 general election. Now is the time to demonstrate that as people, our greatest strength is unity. Now is the time to demonstrate that we are the agents of change in our country and the agents of change in our community. Now is the time to demonstrate that the bonds that bond us together is a bond that is unshakable. It is a bond that is unmistakable. And it is a bond that is unbreakable. It is the firm belief, one that is bold, brilliant, breathtaking, beaming, basking beautifully beyond every challenge that we face. It is the belief that together we can demonstrate joyful jubilation in our nation and bring it up in this generation and show that your pontification will demonstrate great emancipation of thought. It is the belief that together we can loosen the shackles of mediocrity that have bound so many to complacency. Our coming together demonstrates on a daily basis that as a person in this country, you matter, your voice matters, and your vote matters. We are happy to announce that we will #move to RISE. In the wake of this strategic collaboration between MOVE and RISE, it is a unified endeavor aimed at addressing political fragmentation. We extend our earnest reassurance to our esteemed constituents that since the inception of our consolidated efforts on the 12th of April 2023, we view this collaboration not merely as an alliance, but as a familial union, acknowledging this significant day as a testament to our shared commitment. This commitment extends beyond legal obligations to encompass a new political culture founded on the principles of human decency. As a political representative institution, we pledge to navigate this journey with diligence, resilience, unwavering focus, and the collective pursuit of making South Africa truly great for all South Africans. So whether you love it or hate it, you cannot debate it, so you might as well embrace it because we are making real change. And together, we are moving the country forward and truly demonstrate the creed and the absolute truth that we are showing 2024 is indeed our 1994. Thank you.